So this problem is quite a common problem actually. Here we use the fact that k, you can say, is 0, or rather you should say k 1 to infinity. Your e minus kx is actually, okay, let me write it properly. Yeah, so sigma k from 1 to infinity e minus kx is e minus x, the first term, upon 1 minus the common ratio. So that's going to be e minus x only. So e minus x. Okay. So sum of an infinite GP, right? Okay. So we'll try to form this thing over here. So just multiply, divide by e minus x. So it would be x e minus x upon 1 minus e minus x. So now, leaving the x part, it's this thing only. So we can just write this as x and k from 1 to infinity e minus kx, right? Okay. Now, due to the divergence theorem, we can say that we can swap the sigma and the integral, right? Discrete versus continuous summation. So we'll write this as k from 1 to infinity and integral 0 to infinity and then x e minus kx dx, right? And now this you can solve using by parts. So this becomes u and this part becomes dv. So your v becomes e minus kx by minus k, and your this thing, so your u dv becomes uv minus v du. So your uv is actually x e minus kx by minus k, and you apply the limit, so 0 to infinity minus v du. So v is what? V is this thing, so e minus kx by minus k, and then du is 1 only, so it's just dx, right? So du is actually dx, right? Okay. Now this thing is actually what? It's e minus kx and it becomes k square. So you apply the limits here as well. And here if you apply the limits, so if you see for the infinity thing, this is something linear, right? And this is something exponential. So this thing, obviously ex is, much greater than x when x tends to infinity. So this is going to be 0 only, and for 0 as well, it's going to be 0 only. So this entire thing is 0 only. So it's 0 minus, and then when you apply infinity here, it becomes what? It becomes 0 only, and then for 0 it becomes this thing, right? Perfect. So you're left with sigma k from 1 to infinity, and then it's 1 by k square. And this is quite a well-known Basel problem, right? So this actually is equal to pi square by 6, which is the answer of this question. Yeah.